Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Sydney Smith here, personal growth mentor focusing on mental and spiritual wellness. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about change and growth. Right now in the world, we are experiencing so much change, and I'm finding that typically our mindsets around change are centered around fear, worry, doubt, stress, especially because change can typically bring challenges and hard times. And now, the change that we're currently seeing in the world is really surrounded by chaos and even dysfunction because people are so afraid and they are letting their fears and their ego selves run their entire beings as we move through this change and this growth period. Now, I want you to know that when we open ourselves up to looking at something like change from a new perspective, it can help us change our mindsets around change. So, the reason why I'm bringing this forward for all of you is just in hopes that you open up your perspective on change and you reflect a little bit more about yourself and how you've moved through change in the past. So hopefully it can help you shift your mindset today on the way you experience change in your life. So first of all, when we resist change, it's typically because we're in our comfort zone and we're happy with the way that life is going currently. Sometimes we go in search of change, and sometimes change just happens to us. But I want you to know that change is actually the only constant in the world. It's the only thing that's going to continue to happen. And so when we resist those challenges that we move through actually become more difficult. And we experience more stress and more chaos and more dysfunction because we are resisting the change. Right? And that's typically because what I originally said, our mindsets are focused around fear and stress with change. Right? We're worried. Where is this going to take us? How are things going to end up? This isn't what I wanted. I liked my life. But what if we're able to change that mindset and we're able to see the opportunities that change could lead us towards? What if we're able to think of our dreams and our desires? And we can sit here and say, oh my gosh, change actually leads me to my dreams and desires. Change actually helps me to dream bigger for myself. And it helps me to set my sights higher for my dreams and my desires. Right? It's about changing our mindset on change. Because everything we put up here can either make life more difficult or it can make life a little bit easier. And when we're focused on the worries and the doubts and the fears and the stresses around change, then yeah, change is going to be harder. It's going to make the challenges harder because we're resisting it with that ego mindset of things are hard, right? Whatever we feed becomes stronger. And so if we feed that ego mindset and we feed those worries and those stresses and doubts, then it is going to make change a lot more difficult in our lives. Now, look at yourself. Reflect back on your life. Think about times in your life where you've changed and where you've grown. I mean, the easiest change and growth that we can reflect on is when we're a toddler, when we're a kid, and we're learning how to walk. That is a huge change that we're going through, okay? So what are the hard times and the challenges that we experience in that change? Well, we're learning about balance. So we're constantly falling over. We're learning about how our body moves. And so we trip over things, right? And we fall. And even though it's hard and it's difficult, we keep getting up and we keep learning. until eventually we conquer that and we're able to walk. Then we push ourselves to the next thing, and it's about running. Then we push ourselves to the next thing, and it's about riding a bike. Then we learn how to swim, right? So there's so much as a child that we can reflect on that focused on our growth. And in order to move through that growth, change needed to occur, right? There were difficulties in that change, but because we persevered and we kept on going and we tried to keep that positive mindset, we made it through the change, which brought forward more opportunities into our lives. So why, as adults, do we focus on the fear? Why, as adults, do we move through change with a lot more difficulties than when we do as a child? Okay? The hardest part when we're moving through change is when we're not trusting. When we're not trusting ourselves to be able to get through the hard times, and when we're not trusting in the bigger picture of life. Remember I said that comfort zone? We're in that comfort zone. We like the way that our life is currently going. So we're resisting the change. We're not trusting that there are bigger and better things for us to experience, right? We're focusing on the bad by not trusting in ourselves and by not trusting in the bigger picture of life. So I'm going to ask you to reflect on your life. I just gave you a bunch of different examples from when you're a child and when you moved through change and growth and how that helped you. But now reflect on it as if in your adult years, going through high school to university. Maybe you didn't go to university, so getting your first job. Maybe realizing that your first job's not the job for you, so transitioning to a different job. Maybe getting a promotion, maybe asking for that promotion, maybe realizing that before the promotion, you're being held back. You have so much more that you can offer the company. So stepping up and asking your boss for the promotion. Or maybe the boss gives you the promotion and you're worried about stepping into this new role because it's more responsibilities. It's more tasks for you to accomplish, right? You're moving out of the comfort zone that you know into something that you don't know. But when we move through change, we are allowing ourselves to grow. And when we move through change with that positive mindset, we're allowing ourselves to grow, to become better. So it's about reflecting on what you can fix, what you can change, what you can let go of that does not serve you so you can become better. Right? So bringing it back to this experience that we're currently going through right now with COVID-19, it is causing challenges across the globe, right? Grief is coming in, anger is coming in, blame, resentment. There are so many different emotions that we're experiencing because we've never moved through something like this. Change is happening and it's out of our control. And usually change is out of our control, right? So bring yourself back to what you can control. Your mind. When in doubt, think positive, right? You know that you are moving through change. It's normal to experience the difficulties, the challenges, the chaos, the anger, the frustration, the stress, the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, the worry. That's normal. It's all normal. And we all experience it at our own pace, on our own level. But if you want to move through this experience a little bit easier, if you want to move through this change a little bit easier, lean into trust. Trust yourself. Trust in the bigger picture. Think positive. Support yourself. Tell yourself positive thoughts about getting through the change. Affirmation and manifesting mantras are great for times like these because it's about filling your mind with those positive phrases. But don't just say them, believe them. Lean into that trust. Reflect on your life and the changes you have gone through and remind yourself that you got through them, right? There is always going to be some challenges and hard times when we're first moving through change, right? The opportunities and the greatness comes later. But we need to get through the challenges and the hard times first, right? Whether that is through a promotion, and the challenges and hard times are about learning your new roles and responsibilities, about putting them into your daily schedule, right? Shifting your daily schedule so you can step into those new roles and responsibilities. That can cause challenges and hard times. But when you move through those challenges and hard times with a positive mindset, and you support yourself with a little bit more trust, you have trust in the bigger picture that you will get through and greatness will come, then you're flowing through that change. You're flowing through those challenges and hard times with a little bit more grace and a little bit more ease. So I urge you right now, if you're experiencing that stress, that overwhelming chaos, the challenges, the anxiety, and you don't think you can get through this on your own, you're struggling to think positive because you don't even know how to break free from the negative, then maybe it's time to reach out and ask for help. I'm always available. I offer solo sessions where we can dive in a little bit deeper to exactly what you need in this moment in your life. My solo sessions are dedicated to your needs and providing you with the strategies and tools that are easy to implement in your life. But I don't want to just promote myself in this video. I want to promote you, and I want to promote your ability to make it through this change, right? So it's not just about filling your mind, it's about filling your being with things that can help you through this change, right? Watch the news less. If you're on social media, make sure you're following people that offer you inspiration and positive transformations. Don't think of this time as having to go bigger and better and do more things. Think of this time as getting through the challenges. Think of this time as getting through the chaos with a little bit more ease, a little bit more grace, a little bit more peace, a little bit more joy, and a little bit more love. Support yourself through this change to make the challenges and hard times a little bit easier on you. And remind yourself that in the end, whenever that occurs, we will get back to greatness. There will be more opportunities. So I wanted to bring this video forward for you, so hopefully you can reflect on change a little bit more in your life. If you liked this video, please give it a like, comment, subscribe if you're not already, turn on the push notifications so you're notified every single time I put out a new video. If you want to learn more from me, follow me on all the other social medias, Facebook, Instagram, join my free community on Facebook. If you want to reach out to me because you're needing more one-on-one help, then please do so. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this topic. Let me know how you're moving through change with a little bit more grace and peace in your life. If you have ideas on topics that you want me to talk about and you want to hear my thoughts, then make sure you leave a comment below. If you want to hear more in-depth conversations, that was Poseidon. I don't know if you heard him. My dog, he's always in the background. But if you want to hear more conversations from me, a little bit more in-depth on these kinds of topics, I have a podcast with my good friend Ange. It's called Carrying Connected Conversations, and you can find it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. That's all that I have to offer you guys today on change and growth. So until next time, I'm Sydney, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.